Shalom, 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 yashala, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Yuan, representing the Warriors Free Yahushua Michigan Camp. Before we start off, I want to give all praise, honor, infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the Ruwa, the teach what it taught us truth. And the hearty shalom to our Akim, Akwatum, shalom, shalom. Now, today's lesson, we're just going to get into some in the news, some articles, some things that's popping off in the news right now, and see what's going on, man. And, bring out some scriptures, some edification. Lord willing, us is edifying. All right, so if you didn't know, it's about to get cold, man. It's officially winter time. All right, it's a lot of things happening. You got Trump with the EBT. You got Wendy's in 200 to 300 stores. What else you got? You got Target telling people they smile. It's a lot of things happening. You still got flights backed up. So we're just gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna play this. We're gonna get it. All right.
Is that true?
Technically, you can. This is basically a simple ESP32 board. Has the Wi-Fi chip on board. How it works is it uses something known as CSI, channel state information. It's just trying to figure out how the Wi-Fi waves around the device behave when people are closer. But you can calculate two things. You can calculate the amplitude and you can calculate the phase.
Theoretically, if you stand in front of the router, it disrupts the signal. You can track when somebody in a room.
Pretty much.
For example, I could put a Wi-Fi router in the bathroom and it could tell me if somebody's in there.
You can also figure out who is sitting on the toilet.
So do you think everyone should return their routers?
Yeah, the government's playing on me.
So I heard the government.
So let's get these scriptures, man. All right, so if you know, man, Esau Edom, man, he be spying on you through these different cameras, your television, these different cameras by the stoplight, you know what I'm saying? These people, they working overtime to watch you, surveillance you. All right, but eventually it's all going to lead up to MOTB. All right, but let me get this scripture real quick, all right? So this is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. All right, let's get scriptures fire. All right, it says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We understand that Edom, the so-called white man, all right, the damn devil, all right, is seeking ways to destroy you. All right, and one of the easiest ways for him to destroy you is to watch you, see what you into, who you talking to. These mob movies, they be like, I want to know where he's going, when he's waking up, what time he's using the bathroom, who he's screwing. That's the same thing for Esau Edom. All right, these devils, they want to surveillance you. That's what that whole transhumanism is all about. They want to make you humans be living robots. All right, let me see if I can grab this real quick, the scripture. All right, so literally you're going to people signing up, very soon to be a part of this agenda. Esau Edom is going to crash the system, crash the grid. He's going to allow for martial law. He's going to allow for race wars, gang wars. All right, he's going to allow for sedition among men, riots, uprisings. All right, total anarchy. All right, by crashing his dollar, crashing the grid. You already see how Trump was trying to stop these different people from, getting EBT in these different states. You see how they was like trying to push the Democrats to do whatever they wanted to do. All right, so you see that clear as day that very soon Esau Edom is going to bring out this system. All right, where every single man, woman, and child is going to take on MOTB. All right, which is going to be that mark, that charagma, all right, that C-hip, the chip that's going to be in your hand or your forehead, the Neuralink, which is going to be used to be as your ID, your identification. It's going to be your medical records. All right, it's going to be your wallet for your cash. All right, this thing is going to be crazy, man. All right, you're going to see thousands, millions of people lining up, not just in America, but all over the world. All right. So this is Revelations 13 and 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. You think, you might get some Wi-Fi. Oh man, I can be on the internet, not even knowing that Esau Edom is using that internet to surveillance you, to probably see what you buying, what things you into, what women you talk to, whatever. All right, Esau Edom is keeping all this, everything that you do is being kept. All right, it's being watched. All right, it's nothing that you do, that's not being seen. It says, by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. All right, so if you take on this image, all right, Esau Edom, all right, he's going to want you to be totally endowed into him. You take this MOTB, you might be like brainwashed. You might, it's like that movie. Damn, what's that movie, man? All right, it was a movie called Upgrade, where it was a dude. He was paralyzed, but once he took on the chip, he was able to walk around, fight, do all type of stuff. All right, but at the end of the movie, that chip took over his whole body. He was being controlled. He couldn't do nothing about it. All right, the same thing can happen with this Neuralink. You end up taking a chip, and you thinking everything cool. Oh, I can surf the internet. I can do this, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, your body gets taken over by a damn AI. Which is something that could very well happen. AI isn't everything nowadays. All right. So we're gonna begin to see things like this, man, very soon, and people not gonna know what to do, man. All right. So just you wait, man. All right. So it says, and he had power to give likeness to the image of the beast, Revelation 13:15. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause his mean that will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't take on the MOTB, he's gonna try to kill you, try to get to you, torture you, put you in these concentration camps. That's what they got ICE for. That's what they got, these different military operatives, drones, robodogs. Esau Edom is waiting to hit that button, man, to fully unleash hell on you people. That's why he wants to invoke martial law. All you people, oh, you take my EBT away, we're gonna go on Walmart, we're gonna go on Myers, we're gonna go on Kroger's, not knowing that that's exactly what Esau wants you to do. All right. Revelations 13:16 cause of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, so that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you see that? All right. So very soon, Esau Edom is going to be having people line up to take that MOTB. All right. And you ain't going to be able to buy or sell without it, man. All right. And that no man might buy or sell, so that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So that MOTB, that's the next way. That's what Esau Edom wants to do. He wants to surveillance you. He wants to keep track of you. All right. So let's get the next one.
200 to 300 locations across. Wendy's is set to close 200 to 300 locations across the United States that they say are consistently underperforming. According to the CEO, this will allow the company to invest more resources in their remaining locations. A list of specific locations has not been released. Despite the closures, Wendy's says its newest menu item, chicken strips called Tendies, is a huge hit. Demand was so strong that some restaurants sold it out before advertising even began. Wendy's is set to close 200 to 300 locations across.
All right. Wendy's is closing. And what is that a signal? What does that mean? All right. This is a big deal. It's a big prophecy, because if Wendy's is closing, you had other stores closing throughout the country all year. Layoffs, bankruptcies, foreclosures. All right. 2nd Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall be found empty. All right. So all these places that's full, they got, all these different places that got, all these customers, You know, all the food and the drinks, the deals. Hey, they're gonna close, man. They're gonna be empty. Why? Because they're gonna be shut down, or they're gonna be ransacked. All right. And the trumpet shall give a sound every man here if they shall be suddenly afraid, which is gonna be those nuclear missile horns, those doomsday alarms. All right, giving out that warning. All right. In that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. You got people fighting one against another for food, water, you know, drinks, clothing, you name it. And the earth shall stand in fear with those who dwell therein. You're going to have to deal with that. All right? You're going to have to be in a time of Jacob's trouble. The springs of the fountain shall stand still. In 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remains from all these have I told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. All right? The end of Esau Edom's world. This wicked society. It's over.
Some restaurants sold it out.
As of this morning, I'm happy to report that those SNAP benefits have been fully funded. My message to every SNAP recipient out there is this: forget the noise that you're hearing from Donald Trump. Forget the noise about further appeals to the Supreme Court. I want you to know, because of the actions that we took, your SNAP benefits have been restored to your cards. Go out and buy the food that you need to feed your family. As governor, I am heartbroken to know that there were people in Massachusetts who were dealing with tremendous fear and anxiety, not knowing how they were going to feed themselves and their families. These, of course, include our seniors, kids, 21,000 veterans, people with disabilities. But as of today, those SNAP benefits are fully funded, and I want to make sure that SNAP beneficiaries are out there and using their SNAP benefits to buy food that they need to feed themselves and their families. SNAP has been restored, but we still have other programs that are shut down, like Head Start, like WIC. We have federal workers who have been fired or furloughed. So there is a need across our state, and those who are in a position to continue to support our food pantries and food banks or to make a contribution to the response fund, please do that.
So man, it's getting serious, man. All right, it's getting serious, and you can clearly see that America is shutting down. It's closing, man. Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Very soon, it's going to be very hard to get money. It's going to be very hard to get jobs. It's going to be very hard to get food. It's going to be very hard to pay your bills. It's going to be very hard to get food stamps quick. You know, all these different benefits that come with Babylon is going to be cut off, man. The Lord is shutting this place down, man. America is closing. It's closing, man.
Border security right now. I'm on the US-Mexico border right here, and they have added this barbed wire to the other side. So right down here, we're in Mexico. That's the ocean right there. This is the big wall separating the US and Mexico. And they put in all of this barbed wire. This was not here last time. So you can see it goes all the way down this way. It's like rusty, super nasty. And that is new. This was not here last year, and this is really hard to cross. So like you can see, I can't fit my head through here. Nobody can really like get through. My shoulder can't get through here. It'd be very difficult. And then you've got these kind of like things up here. You couldn't get over to the other side, but there actually is kind of a way. If it's low tide, there's something you can do. So this goes out into the sea. I'm going to come right over here and show you. It goes out into the sea, and you see this is playas in Tijuana. This is like a nice kind of beach area people now, but that is where it ends. And this is low tide, but it can get lower tide actually. And you could, I'm sure if you can swim a little bit, even if you can't, it probably can't go up to much more than your waist. You can easily cross around right there and get to the other side, but they have made it more difficult, adding in all that barbed wire. I don't know who.
Crazy part is Esau Edom stole this land. He stole it, man. Put a big old fence around something that you stole. It don't even make sense. You stole this country from the so-called Mexicans, which are the Issacharites, all right, the tribe of Issachar, and you stole it from the Gadites, all right, which are the so-called Native Americans. Okay, you stole this land, all right? You shed a lot of blood on it, which made it unclean. All right, this is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to the oppressors! Woe to them that devise iniquity." Esau Edom is constantly pushing people to do wickedness. He's devising evil. He pushes adultery on radio stations. He pushes adultery on the damn TV. Okay, he pushes you to smoke, to drink, and drinking is not bad. But Esau Edom, he pushes you to do things excessively. All right, when things are righteous, he turns it and make it wicked. He turns evil good and evil. All right, that's this damn devil, man. Everything, you know what I'm saying? Your clothes, even wearing clothes, he make it wicked. Putting a whole bunch of different fabrics. The different food. You think you eating something, be like, oh yeah, man, this is good as ever. Do you look at the ingredients? You saw him put pork in it, crab, something that's not supposed to be in it. See, your toothpaste, your lotions, it's unescapable. And when it says this world is polluted, man. All right, all this is polluted. It's death. It says, woe to them to devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. They can't go to bed without causing people to stumble, without causing Israelites to sin, man. When the morning is light, they practice it. When it's light, and you know what I'm saying, the morning time, they push their laws, they push their agendas. The 1%, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Zuckerbergs, the Oppenheimers, the Edomites, the Amalekites. All right, because there's power in their hand. Who has the power? Who's the president? Who's the Congress? Who's the police officers? Who's the judges? And they covet fields. All right, they take whole lands from people. They take houses, homes. Okay, acres and acres of land, and take them by violence. The KKK, they come to your house, knock on your door, lynch, take your house, burn your house, take the land, make you sign over. It says, so they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Not only did they take your land, not only did they take your home, not only did they take your woman, children, okay, they even took your damn heritage, who you are. You so-called blacks, you're Hebrew Israelites. You so-called Mexicans, Hebrew Israelites. You Native Americans, you're Hebrew Israelites. You Jamaicans, Haitians, Colombians. Okay, you're Israelites, man. It says, therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which you shall remove your necks, neither shall you do hardly, for this time is evil. Right, the Lord's about to judge you heathens, man. Starting with Esau and Amalek. Let's get this.
Are still actively pursuing the end of SNAP benefits, period. So even though the government is set to reopen, Donald Trump and his administration are actively fighting the Supreme Court and the lower courts that ruled that he did not have the right to stop benefits going out. He actively just submitted another appeal at 12 o'clock because they don't want to administer food stamps, period. It was never about a government shutdown. And if you don't know why this is going on, Ketanji Brown Jackson is the one who issued the stay on the order to issue all of these food stamps out, $4.5 billion. And in doing so, she kicked it back down to the lower court so that they can justify and explain their reasoning for saying that they don't have the right to stop that payment, the Trump administration. So now, even though that the Democrats have caved to everything that the Republicans want, the Republicans are still actively in court fighting the benefits of SNAP going out. They do not want SNAP around, period. And they are actively fighting it in court. Now, Ketanji Brown Jackson gave the Trump administration until 12 p.m. to figure out if they were going to pursue the stopping of SNAP benefits. And you guys, they submitted the appeal at 12. They did. They don't want it. They are trying to even get the money back that they already sent out for 2 recipients. They want the money back. They're telling states that if they sit out SNAP benefits, they need to undo them, and they are fighting in court to get the money back. But for everyone who's saying this is the government, no, this is the Trump administration. This is the Harris Foundation. So not only will people lose healthcare, bitch, you're not going to be able to eat. Honestly, what?
This is everything that happened on the news today, but it's going to be simplified in 60 seconds. IKEA's new virtual store in Roblox will now actually pay players $14 an hour just to work in the game. So this is literally just an IKEA store that's in Roblox, and you can just apply and get paid to work there like different shifts. Like you can be a cashier in the game and they pay you real money. Spotify just officially announced that they will now be more expensive than Apple Music, so they're raising their prices again.
Starting November 15th of this year, Fannie Mae is removing their credit requirement, meaning that everybody with shit credit can now get a home. Doesn't matter what your score is anymore. You never pay your bills, no problem. You're late on everything, no problem. We'll give you a house. Does that sound like a good idea? Absolutely not. It's going to be a fucking disaster. If I was uneasy about the economy and where it was headed, now I'm ultra uneasy. It looks like they know that it's inevitable, and what they want to do now is just suck as much money out of it as they can before the whole thing collapses. Because within the next 24 months, with all these Fannie Mae loans that are going to get granted to people with terrible credit who never pay their bills, is going to be insane. And what's going to happen is these people are going to get these homes and they're going to make payments for like 2 months or 3 months and then stop paying. And then you're going to have a massive wave of delinquencies, foreclosures. Those are going to impact the neighborhoods, bring prices down, cause all kinds of fucking issues. Look, it's not looking good, folks. It's not looking good. You got people celebrating this like it's a good thing. Oh, now everybody could get a home. Fannie Mae removed the credit score. This is an awful idea. Who the fuck came up with this? Yeah, let's give everybody home who has a reputation of never paying anybody back. Ever. This
Your favorite Italian pastas, from fusilli to fettuccine, could soon disappear from U.S. supermarket shelves. Italy's leading pasta makers could face tariffs of up to 107% as soon as January, a move that they say would effectively block them from U.S. markets. In southern Italy, the country's second largest pasta maker, La Molisana, produces around 100 types of pasta 24 hours a day. There's a long rivalry between U.S. and Italian pasta makers that dates back decades. The U.S. producers often accuse the Italians of underpricing their pasta in U.S. markets, and those complaints can trigger Commerce Department investigations. If a company is found to be underpricing its goods, Commerce will impose a tariff, referred to as an anti-dumping duty. Typically, these pasta cases, it's quite low, 10 to 15%, and has been considered just part of the price of doing business in the United States. Now, the U.S. Commerce Department is set to impose stiff penalties on La Molisana and other Italian pasta exporters. But this time is different. The Commerce Department is not punishing the pasta makers for underpricing their goods, but for not doing their homework properly, submitting incomplete paperwork, including using unidentified acronyms and not translating some Italian terms into English. Although those fines were based just on 2 companies, the 100.
All right, man. So let me read this up. This is like Ezra chapter 16 and 17. Woe was me. Woe was me. Who would deliver me in those days? All right. Who's going to deliver us from the times of Jacob's trouble? You know, the times of World War III. All right. The second coming of Yahushua. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's who. The beginning of sorrow. Right. People suffering. Great mournings. People crying. The beginning of famine. No food. And great death. A lot of people dying. The beginning of wars. World War III. The power shall stand in fear, all right, the governments. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils come? Behold, famine, all right, no food. And plague, different sicknesses. Tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a man. The Lord is sitting in this here because people been wicked as hell, all right? Completely wicked, man.
Or not, Target employees will be spreading the whether they want to or not, Target employees will be spreading the holiday cheer this season. According to Bloomberg News, Target is mandating that in-store workers smile, make eye contact, and either greet or wave to any shopper that comes within 10 feet of them. And if the customer is within 4 feet, the employee has to ask how they can help or how the customer's day is going. The major retailers and competitors like Walmart and Disney have similar rules implemented. And Target shares are down more than 30% this year, so the hope is that the new directive will help increase sales. Curious what you guys think. Is this way too...
So today I was laid off from my job after being there for over a year and some months to be told that they are ceasing operations. I worked for Sonder, which was a apartment style hotel type of Airbnb thing, whatever you want to call it. And we were basically just told today, like, ceasing operations immediately. Guess who are actually in their stays, like in their rooms, have to be out by 9 a.m. tomorrow. And any other reservations have been canceled. I'm not sure how Marriott is handling this. You can go on Google and look it up, but as far as Sonder workers, this was all dropped on us abruptly, and it's a bit heartbreaking because while we knew something was going on, we just didn't know it would happen like this as well as this fast. So I'm just gonna take what I'm doing full time, I'm making my business again until something comes up, but I'm being hopeful about it. So today I was laid off.
Man, a lot of people.
Now, where Monster was veiled, Liquid Death is just completely in the open because that's the time we're in. Liquid Death has a section on their website that says sell your soul. They have a country club, but in order to enter a country club, you have to sell your soul. Bill of sale for one eternal human soul. Join the 225,000 members who have legally sold their soul to a beverage company. Pay cash, sell my soul. And guess how much the country club membership costs? $125,000. I wonder what goes on when you buy that membership. So I think it's a joke until you end up in one of these things.
Hey, man. You see it. So you gotta watch what you're drinking too, man. You know, not just what you're eating. Hey, they opening the government back up. Let's see.
Callie, that means this is a huge step.
The ayes are 60, the nays are 40. The bill as amended passed.
60-40 was the final tally. That means this is a huge step towards reopening the government, Gotti. They just passed this bill, like I said, with 8 Senate Democrats supporting the measure. Now it heads over to the House, where, like we've been talking about, it's going to get a vote on Wednesday. That's because members are not in town in the House. They're being called back to D.C. Once they get here, though, it will be all about whether the House has the votes to pass it. GOP leadership, though, expressing confidence.
From the Supreme Court this morning, where justices have just denied to hear a case that, if it had been taken up and approved, could have overturned their landmark same-sex marriage ruling. I want to go to MSNBC reporter Fallon Gallagher. Fallon, remind us of the details of this case, and do we know why the justices denied hearing it?
Yeah, Anna, so this is the case that was brought by Kim Davis. She's that Kentucky clerk who notoriously refused to grant marriage licenses to same-sex couples. So she had been appealing to overturn that land decision that granted.
All right, man. So I'm gonna get this. Leviticus 18:22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. You're supposed to be a man lying down with another man. You're supposed to be a woman lying down with another woman. All right. Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with a mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed abomination. They should surely be put to death, and their blood should be upon them. So you do that, man. You be put to death. All right? Literally. I ain't got to talk about it no more. No more.
Cases, this is important for parents, of infant botulism tied to a formula brand called By Heart, which is prompting a voluntary recall of that product. Officials say there have been 13 cases across 10 states since the month of August. Infant botulism symptoms include poor feeding, loss of head control, difficulty swallowing, and decreased facial expression. All 13 affected children were hospitalized. They were treated. No deaths have been reported. That's some good news. By Heart said it was recalling 2 batches of its whole nutrition infant formula, shown here on your screen, both with a December 1st, 2026 use by.
All right, so let me get this scripture, man. This scripture hit hard every time because as long as we here, man, we're going to keep getting polluted food. You know, we're going to get polluted goods, polluted lifestyle. Okay, America is planet death, man. America's a prison country, man. All right, we're suffering, man. We're suffering. This place sucks, man. All right, the people that want to stay here, they got to be out their damn mind, man, because this place is just pure hell. All right, it's not good for the kids. It's not good for the adults. It's not good for the babies. Ezekiel 4:13, and the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Abishai said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I would drive them. All right, so man, you clearly see what's going on. All right, let's get this.
But you should really call your senator. I don't care what your political persuasion is, but you should really call your senator. Because I'll tell you, this is costing the airlines millions of dollars. And just think of 30 airplanes with one engine running. And it's going to take us at least 90 minutes to take off. So it's frustrating. It's really frustrating for me. Because right now it's going to cost about 2 hours of our lives on the ground before we even take off. Spend all that gas.
Hey man, you see, America's finished. It's only going to get worse. So this Mark 8:36 from the brother, Yahweh's Will and Testament 144, my brother, says, Mark 8:36, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul, right? Because everything in America is destroyed, man. Everybody's mind is destroyed. The food that you eat is destroyed. The clothes you wear is destroyed. The damn air you breathe, the water you breathe. Everything is polluted, man. All right, you trade, you know what I'm saying? You sell out to be a superstar or a rapper or a singer. You know what I'm saying? You bend over and you get, you know what I'm saying? You sell your soul, whatever the hell these people say. You know, you totally sell out for this society. What are you doing it for? America's closed. This place is falling apart, man. It's literally burning up. All right, when the Apostle Tahar and the Apostle Gabar says America's circling the drain, you can very well see it, man. All right? So why sell out? 1 Timothy 6:7, for we brought nothing into this world, and it's certain we can carry nothing out. That's fire. Never heard that scripture before, but it's most of these different statements or things that people say, slogans and stuff, most of the slogans come from the scriptures, man. You know? Most of these slogans come from the scriptures, and literally, for we brought nothing into this world. I came into this world alone, you leaving this world alone. You came with nothing, you leave with nothing. All right? So what you look like selling out for, I'm about to go hard to do this and that for it. No, man. 1 Timothy 6:8, and having food and raiment, let us be there with content. So we should be good with just having, food, water, a roof over our head, bills paid, whatever. All right. 1 Timothy 6:9, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and the snare, into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. All right, so don't be one of these people that totally sell out for this society, because it's finished, man. All right, it's finished. Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. It's not where we sit down, relax, get cuddled up, have thousands of children, and put our feet up. We ain't gotta work no more. No, man, we gotta go to the kingdom. We're reading on the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the kingdom of Yasha Allah, where we have these heathen nations under us, man, bound down to us, serving us. All right. It says, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It will destroy you, even with sword destruction. So you want to stay here, you're going to be destroyed, man. All right, because America is gone. The only thing left now is the missiles. Okay?
All Americans. On Sunday, November 9th, Donald Trump posted on Truth Social in response to skepticism about his tariffs, saying, people who are against tariffs are fools. We are now the richest, most respected country in the world, with almost no inflation and a record stock market price. In the post, he claimed that America was paying off its $37 trillion debt, and at the end, he noted, a dividend of at least $2,000 per person, not including high-income individuals, will be paid to everyone. In his first term, Donald Trump issued 2 rounds of stimulus checks checks, and during his re-election campaign, speculation online suggested he might do it again, though experts argued that the likelihood of this happening was very low. In the past, in light of the COVID crisis, around 228 million Americans were eligible for stimulus checks. If these proposed dividends followed the same formula for eligibility, it would cost approximately $456 billion to provide $2,000 to each eligible American. According to Scott Bessent, U.S. Treasury Secretary, in July, $100 billion in tariffs had been collected, which could rise to $300 billion by the end of the year. If every American received the dividends, it would cost the U.S. about 1.5 times the revenue generated by tariffs. Trump's initial post about the dividends was immediately followed by two more, which read, "Without tariffs, we have none of the following. Just posted, truth. President Donald Trump." And then, less crime, more Trump.
I also have a similar video. This is coming from the Dan Ryan in Bronzeville. Also, poor driving conditions could be seen throughout as the snow came down. The city deployed more.
That say they ain't never liked Trump. There is a massive rod of cold weather coming down straight into America from Canada. So if you guys live anywhere in this part of America right here, but especially where it's light blue and white, that's where it's going to be the coldest in just a few days. You can see right here, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Pennsylvania. It's going to be in the 20s Monday night into Tuesday morning. Even places like Florida, you're going to have it in the 30s for the upper half of Florida and all the way into the 40s in Miami. There's even a 1 to 15 inches of snow fall on Chicago Monday night. Now, obviously, this encompasses a ton of the United States, so please be prepared Monday night. You definitely have some cold weather if you are anywhere in this pink or dark blue.
You see it.
If you received your SNAP benefits recently in full, the Trump administration, take those back. And no, this isn't fear-mongering. The USDA released a memo this morning saying that a federal judge put a stay on requiring the Trump administration to pay out full SNAP benefits, and they're requiring all states that paid out full SNAP benefits to immediately do what they've done. Basically, what happened recently is a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to pay out full SNAP benefits. He begged them not to pay out full SNAP benefits. The federal judge agreed. And now, currently, the motion is to only pay out 65% of SNAP benefits. So any state who paid out full benefits 100% needs to undo what they've done. And if they don't, they will face financial repercussions. Obviously a loss for words. Crazy times that we live in, but also, how are you going to do that? Some people probably already spent all of their SNAP benefits. What if you only get $200 and they want to take away a certain percentage to get it to 65%? Like, what's done is done. I don't really see how they're going to be able to do this. So.
If you're a SNAP's benefits user, I'm going to need you to go to the store right
now. The longest government shutdown in American history could be coming to an end. After 40 days, a preliminary...
I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles. Great millstone, Ruwa, to teach what it taught us is true. Hardy Shalom, to all the Akim, Aqua, tuning in. Lord willing, we could do a street ministry, hit a highway and byway lesson. It's starting to get cold out there. You're going to start seeing who the real teachers is, man. So, Lord willing, we stay diligent. Shalom.